What's up, Renegades? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. Welcome back. I pretty much ended up having like an entire week off. I know we've been hearing that every single time I post a new video, but just everybody kind of dealing with sickness. We were getting much better, and then my son, I feel so bad for him. My 3-year-old Zane, um, he's been like mostly sick for the better part of 2 months, and then he got better, and then he was better for like, I want to say like a week, and then he's sick again. So um we went to the doctor, we checked everything out. It's just like regular, seasonal cold type stuff. What you would typically get when there's kids, sneezing and coughing in your face and wiping their noses and touching the same things as you. And then, yeah, like, this is the preschool life. So, um, yeah, and then my wife has officially, ramped up her work. She was starting to work with her business partner, and they're officially like taking on, clients and stuff. So she's been busy, which means I've been more on, at home with the kids duty. So it was kind of like an adjustment week, I would say, and I think things are better now. Um, but we'll see what happens, right? So, um, I'm gonna tell you guys what the plan is. So, perhaps you figured it out from the title of the video. If I titled it properly, who knows what's gonna happen between now and publishing. Um, but I thought, we have one track left from the Six Six Soul collaboration between Ren and the Skinner brothers. And I thought that instead of just going into the final track and listening to it, we kind of got this mixtape one song at a time. Whereas I feel like, when an album or a mixtape, or sorry, EP, I guess this is considered an EP. When these things get released, I tend to like listening to them in one shot, because in my mind it's like, well, this is how they made the music to be listened to in this, sequential back to back order. So that's where I thought, okay, instead of just listening to Pink Heineken, why don't we go all the way back and listen to every track, so we can kind of get the full experience of Sick Sick Soul. I don't know if other reactors are doing this. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this, but it's what we're doing. So I guess we're gonna find out. Let's jump into this and relive these awesome moments, starting with "So the Story Goes," and we're gonna be running half naked through town.
Out of mind when we out of sight. We come alive in the dead of night. Bloody stick in its eye for
Actually, mate, just fuck this. I can't really be bothered, man.
Fuck that.
Fuck it.
Yeah, so the story goes. Come on, bright on smoke forever, let the sheep them know. I'm a beast when I'm on the Charlie, bro. Fuck forever, it's the cold. You think you're so fucking clever. Like start down chewing gum, you know I go hell for leather. I'm on track to be the best one ever. Fuck a label, man, we're killing it, we're doing it better. What you do? Wait. So the story goes, I've been living life in a haze, bro. The city like close, I never slow. Gotta learn to calm down, but I don't. Going brown for round, I'm fucking buzzing. Council house and violent flow fucking. Got a couple burners in the oven. McLovin it, McLovin. Pick the sticky, icky green budding. Pass it to the left if you start bugging. You think you're so fucking clever. Like start down chewing gum, you know I go hell for leather. I'm on track to be the best one ever. Fuck a label, man, we're killing it, we're doing it better. What you blow? Wait, fuck that. Yeah. Out of
So I'm just gonna pause real fast here. Obviously we're not gonna do too much pausing. We're gonna try to enjoy the music and kind of just vibe out. But it will give me an opportunity to point out things that perhaps I didn't get to point out the first time through. Now, this is more of a like track selection thing. I love this as the opening track. It feels like the energy on the track. It feels like we're starting we're starting with a bang. That's what it feels like. And I love the confrontational kind of like nature of the actual video to go along with that. It's a great start.
Mind when we outside, we come alive in the dead of night. Blood is thick and it's eye for eye. Angels sleep where the devils lie. Devils weep when the angels soar. Morning light knocking at my door. I retreat on the cold stone floor. Come back around and we kill it once more. Hey, soul boy, hang on one second. There's just this greedy little prick that I want to talk to you for a second, man. Would you let me talk to him? Thanks very much, mate. Fuck about, son. I'm the...
I love the thanks very much.
Would you let me talk to him? Thanks very much, mate. Fuck about, son. I'm the dentist, take the teeth out your mouth, son. You're apprentice, I'm the sensei, what's the outcome? I'm that geezer who will bleed you if you don't run. If you do run, then I'll pursue some. You're a soggy bowl of soup, I'm the crouton. You were bouncing off the hoop, I'm the slam dunk. You were soul-sucking music, I'm the G-funk. Yes, I'm a G-punk, I make the...
Oh man, I absolutely love this video. I think it's so much fun. I'm gonna pull it back because I just love this kind of like, wrestling format. They're eyeing each other, getting ready to go.
You were bouncing off the hoop, I'm the slam dunk. You were soul sucking music, I'm the G-funk. Yes, I'm a G-punk, I make the...
If you got trash, then come at the soul boy. I made the ADD and B, I make it hell boy. I got a big fucking sting like bell boy. Drop bombs and nukes, call me shell boy. Got spaghetti in my head and it's a state of mind. I done fucked up my face, now I'm Frankie's Grens flow a hole, that's alright. Cause if it flows that hard, I gotta flow that twice. You think it's so fucking clever. Like start down chewing gum, you know I go hell for leather. I'm track to be the best one ever. Fuck a label, man, we're killing it, we're doing it better. What you
Out of mind when we out of sight. We come alive in the dead of night. Blood is thick and it's eye for eye. Angels sleep where the devils lie. Devils weep when the angels soar. Morning light knocking at my door. I retreat on the cold stone floor. Come back around and we kill it once more.
So that was the opening track. So the story goes. From there we go to Control Alt Delete. I think out of all the tracks we've heard so far on this collab, this one might be my favorite. The only reason I'm hesitating is I'm trying to remember, but I'm gonna cautiously say this is my favorite at the moment. Control Alt Delete. Comment down below, guys. Let me know what's your favorite after first listen. I mean, you guys have probably listened to it way more than one time at this point. But comment down below. Let me know what's your favorite at this point. So we're gonna jump into Control Alt Delete. This is one that I wanted to do a little bit more breakdown, so I'm glad that I'm doing it in this format. So that maybe I can try to catch some more lines than I did the first time. But we shall see. So let's jump into this. Here we go.
I say slow down, preacher man, the love won't start. When the beat is tough, they're gonna lose their part. They told me 1,000 times, they said, soul boy, start. I put my middle finger, say fuck you, watch. I played the cards that I was dealt. My hand was bad, but I'm a fucking lion in this bitch. Turn a bad thing around and make it feel good. Feeling myself right now, really could. King out the world so hot when I'm flying in this bitch.
Damn, I have like a few packs of Haribo gummies because when I go work out, I wake up at 4 in the morning to go work out before I come home to wake up my kids. Um, Sometimes when I'm in the middle of the workout, I get like really kind of like lightheaded and shaky. So it's just like being, glycogen depleted. So I need some like sugar. So I usually have like 3 or 4 gummies with me at the gym. Yeah. Sorry, that has nothing to do with anything.
I'm a fucking lion in this bitch. Turn a bad thing around and make it feel good. Feeling myself right now, really could. King out the world so hot when I'm flying in this bitch. Touch one when I hit the world, gonna go play. Gonna go to bed when the planet get peak. Man, I'm gonna control the lead.
I said slow down, stop and breathe, relax and inhale. Lost myself inside the spaces between heaven and hell. You see, we gentrify the fibers of the human condition. Excavate the soul, replace it with materialism.
Bro, that sequence of lines is so, and I know I mean I can't remember exactly, but I know I would have reacted to hearing those lines quite expressively. Gentrifying the fibers of our something, hold on, and excavating the soul, hold up.
The spaces between heaven and hell.
Yeah.
You see, we gentrify the fibers of the human condition.
Yeah.
Excavate the soul, replace it with materialism.
Crazy, man. I mean, just like the concept and the act of gentrification, and then applying it to the human condition, and talking about excavating the soul and swapping it for materialism, knowing how much being anti-greed is a part of Ren's kind of like character and makeup and being. These are perfect lines to kind of sum up his feelings on the matter in a very like short, condensed, simplified form, but not really simplified. Maybe simplified is wrong, because I mean the depth of that is crazy, and the reality of this is, and I'll go on a slight tangent here because I didn't do that the first time I listened to it, but the reality of it is that we're all, maybe for lack of a better term, I wish I could say a better term. I was gonna say we're all slave to materialism, but just to different degrees, right? So, I mean, where does necessity end, and I guess materialism begin? Because we live in a capitalist world, we live in a world where, in order to survive and live and exist and to have your essentials, you have to make money, and then you have to spend money, and then at some point we have that line where it's like my necessities, my essentials are met, and then we cross that threshold, and we all have different places where that line exists. There are people, I'm sure of it, that will be like just the necessities, just the essentials, and then not indulge in anything, perhaps, I don't know, but I know that that's not true for myself. I know for myself there are certain things that I enjoy experiencing, enjoy indulging in, that are beyond necessity, beyond the essentials. And I think in my own way, I have that second line, which I try not to cross, which, would perhaps take me into, let's say full on materialism. But I think we all have our own, kind of thresholds that we operate within. And, this is part of it is just the systems that are set up. And then a big part of it is the conditioning that we have received our entire lives. Everything is about marketing, advertising, and making you believe that you need this thing that I'm selling. Anyways, we could probably start a podcast series about little excerpts from Ren's lyrics that could branch out into full podcast like episode topics. So, I'm gonna stop it right there before this video ends up being 10 hours long, and let's jump back into the song.
Hold up, watch it. Watch the kid, I'm in the cockpit. Baseline riff, it hits right in the pocket. Drop it, stick the sick boy, spit droplets.
I love that too because of him talking about being in control, being in the cockpit, and then talking about the riff in the pocket. And I love kind of like that connection between being in a cockpit in a tight space and then pocket, tight space.
Excavate the soul, replace it with materialism. Hold up, watch it. Watch the kid, I'm in the cockpit. Baseline riff, it hits right in the pocket. Drop it, stick the sick boy, spit droplets. Rain on the rhythm, precision, it's hypnotic soccer. Music for the gutter, I mean motherfucker. The G not butter, I'm a certified nutter. Who the force of typhoon, a music tycoon, I'm Steezy, my brother. I play the cards that
I love it. Let me pull that back.
The music for the gutter, I mean motherfucker. The G not butter, I'm a certified nutter. Who the force of typhoon, a music.
I love the whole scheme right there too. The butter, the nutter, like obviously he's rhyming it, but they're purposefully also chosen so that they kind of fit like thematically with each other, right?
The gutter, I mean motherfucker. The G not butter, I'm a certified nutter. Who the force of typhoon, a music tycoon, I'm Steezy, my brother. I played the cards that I was dealt. My hand was bad, but I'm a fucking lion in this bitch. Turn a bad thing around and make it feel great. Pick it up, the pressurize the pressure deflate. Pour a little gasoline and make a bonfire in this bitch. Cake drum with the 808, damn it's so bad. Think I'm gonna turn it in, I feel a little beat. Man, I wanna control, delete.
So I absolutely love when you have collaborating artists and the let's say secondary artist will come in and do the chorus, but not do it exactly as the first artist. And they'll kind of have like a switch up, either like sometimes you'll see it as like a switch up in delivery, or sometimes you'll see it as a switch up in lyrics, but keeping the same delivery. But I love that because it's just kind of like, it just feels more like two different parties coming together rather than, I don't know, whatever the opposite of that would be.
Man, I wanna control, delete.
They're just gonna leave. Oh, okay, that guy's staying there.
And then so my story goes. Girl meets boy, let's go. All the things they love and the things they do together. And then so my story goes. Girl meets boy, let's go. All the things they love and the things they do together. And then
Man, I've been thinking about this moment a lot. So my wife and I, we'll pick shows to watch, and then we try to finish them, and then pick something else to watch. And it's tough because we kind of have slightly different tastes when it comes to what we like to be entertained by, and so we have this small crossover of things that we do like, that we both like, and so we just finished Ozarks, and we just started The Wire. And this is a show I've been wanting to watch forever and just never got around to it. And so we're finally watching it. And obviously there's a lot of, let's say YouTube TNC compliant substances that are being sold and transacted on in that show. And I will tell you this, nobody given the money to get that stuff looks as happy as Red looked right there. Perhaps this is a difference in circumstance and just kind of like environment, but I'm just saying this moment was awesome.
so my story goes. Call me spoiler, let's go. All the things they love and the things they do
Run like I'm Usain, true pain, new game, profane bars are fat like the Buddha. Come like I'm Bruce Wayne, old game.
Propane bars are fat like the Buddha. Hold on, where are we going? Okay, let's come back.
Run like I'm Usain, true pain, new game, profane bars are fat like the Buddha. Come like I'm Bruce Wayne, old game, new lane, propane, lightning strike.
You say come like I'm Bruce Wayne?
Bars are fat like the Buddha. Come like I'm Bruce Wayne, old game, new lane, propane, lightning strike like barracuda. Microphone abuser, cycle on maneuver, Tyson.
Microphone abuser.
New lane, propane, lightning strike like barracuda. Microphone.
Lightning strike like barracuda. Ooh, I like that.
Come like I'm Bruce Wayne, old game, new lane, propane, lightning strike like barracuda. Microphone abuser, cycle on maneuver, Tyson like movement, striking twice, choosing mighty right bruise.
I love when he goes into this fighting sequence, like Tyson like movements, which works really well because even the striking like barracuda, like we have striking, so we have all these terms that can work with fighting.
Maneuver Tyson like movement, striking twice, choosing mighty right bruising, line of sight humans, 99 excuse me, I'm polite usually sight. I'm the sick boy, I do what I like, I don't like that so the fishy won't bite. How'd you even get in the dress so tight? The night's still young but I think I just might. Human me usually, I'm in the mood to be moving with you, that's a unity. Choosing me beautifully, stupid and lost, that's a lovesick lunacy.
I played the cards that I was dealt. My hand was bad, but I'm a fucking lion in this bitch.
I'm a liar.
Turn a bad thing around and make it feel good. Feeling myself right now, I really could. King out the world so hot when I'm flying in this bitch. Touch hard when I hit the world, gonna go back. Gonna go to better when the planet get peak. Man, I'm gonna control, delete.
Okay, I know we spent a lot of time on that song, but I didn't get a chance to really try to focus on the lyrics the first time through, and I got a chance to catch like a little bit more stuff there, but also just really like that song a lot. Like that line in this, oh my gosh, man, that gets stuck in my head every time I've heard it. It just gets stuck, and so now I'll probably be singing that today throughout the day. All right, let's head over to the next track, slightly longer end here. Oh,
Can't
truth
lie, I
or dare, here
wasn't
we go.
smiling. Had my back to the wall, no vibes in. I got dinks in my armor, it ain't shining. But we still come through with them top bins.
Turn up the tape and the CD player. Man, not old school, man, are so out there. Machine gun murder, I say she don't care. Yeah, is it truth or dare?
Can I tell you something? So far, what's working really well too, now that you're hearing the tracks back to back to back, you got the feeling when you heard them week after week, but when you're hearing them back to back to back, what's working really well is the broad kind of variety of genres. Like you're not caging this into one type of music. Every track is not a rock sounding track or a funk sounding track or a reggae sounding track. Like we have this range of things that's happening, and that's kind of cool because as you're hearing it back to back, it's just keeping things really fresh. It's not the same as what you've just heard, and I really like that.
Good times, bad times, vertigo. Sometimes high and sometimes low. Eye for an eye, that's blow for blow. Or fall down like diamond. Let me come in. Can't lie, I heard sirens. We had our backs to the wall, no fighting. Bright left night on the streets of Brighton. Eye for an eye and the world lose sight time. Urukai Titan, moving with the shadows of the night time. Swinging in the gallows, point an arrow at horizon. Pull back, shooting at the moon, that's a nightcap. Live forever, suffocate.
Turn up the tape and the CD.
I love that transition. We got a chance to talk a lot more about this track because at this point people were saying that they want more breakdown type stuff, so I did try to break down more of the lyrics here, but I love that transition of him going from the rap to that singing delivery right there.
Swinging in the gallows, point an arrow at horizon. Pull back, shooting at the moon, that's a nightcap. Live forever, suffocate.
Turn up the tape and the CD player. Man, not old school, man, are so out there. Machine gun murder, I say she don't care. Yeah, is it truth or they are?
Good times, bad times, vertigo. Sometimes high and sometimes low. Eye for an eye, that's blow for blow. All fall down like diamond.
That face.
Yeah, feel that pop. Man, I wanna skank a bit. Every day, I wanna feel that trip. I got the loot in my pocket, no man, you know why. I get it, police on my back, and man, you know why. I got that feeling in my bones and in my head. I think I'll take a trip to California. Say I didn't want ya. Sunshine beaming, depression and torture. Couldn't care what you say though. I'm so stone age, call me Fred Flintstone. Bang, rock, pop, and a little indie. I'm not real at Wait, let's go from the top, man. Flip it like James Brown. You get me?
Can't lie, I weren't smiling. Had my back to the wall, no vibes in.
I got dinks in my arm, it ain't shining. But we still come through with them top bins. Yeah.
Good times, bad times, vertigo.
Man, this song is really up there too. Like, I don't think I can put it above Control Alt Delete. Like, I just really love Control Alt Delete. But I love kind of the switch ups and things that are happening in here. This is tough. This is really tough.
Sometimes high and sometimes low. Eye for an eye, that's blow for blow. All fall, all fall.
Yeah, I mean
All fall down like diamond.
that's an okay break, you know. Maybe he's warming up. Maybe it's their first round, you know. We'll let it slide. Okay, next up we got Dream Life. Heads up, guys. If flashing lights bother you, you know, maybe put your phone down or something if you're watching on the phone.
She had a fucked up childhood. Acting up, she was misunderstood. Some fans, now they never change. Sesame put a hit on her brain. She said, I don't want to waste no time. Don't want no people around me that ain't based. I wanna live in a dream life. I wanna live in a dream life. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
She grew up fucked in many ways. Run from the sun in the blackest shade. She got a pocket full of loose change and old dreams. Used up her luck on the slot machine. She said, I don't want to waste no time. Don't want nobody around me that is fake.
I wanna live in a dream life. I wanna live in a dream life. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Damn, man. I really like this one too. This is not about trying to choose something you don't like. This is just me trying to, you know, get my head around like what my favorite is. I still want to say is probably Control Alt Delete, but let me kind of get reminded of the rest of this track too, because you know we're not even halfway through right now. I do love after the I want to live in a dream life. Oh, 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 that part. Oh, I like that a lot.
What a fucking misery. How a scout a lifestyle, shoot the breeze. She lay down on the pavement, lay on rent. And this world ain't meant for the heaven sent. She got pure, it's intense since the day she was born. As she sips out a teacup in the eye of the storm, I said, hi girl, are you right girl? She said, I'm not, but this world is not right either.
Don't want to waste no time. Don't want no people around me that ain't based. I wanna live in a dream life. I wanna live in a dream life. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I wanna live in a dream life. I wanna live in a dream life. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Dreams.
Oh boy. I mean, I think I said this. I'm just going to repeat it because I'm thinking the same thing again. I know I said something like this the first time I watched this. All I can think watching this is, looks like fun. I really don't want to go. So.
Dreams are the ungoverned provinces of the mind ill-lit territories, where the conscious self, that fragile edifice of civility and reason, is momentarily overthrown by deeper, more ancient forces. In waking life, we walk the narrow corridors of logic and social necessity. But in dreams, we are cast adrift upon a sea of symbols, private myths, stitched from memory, repression, and a latent, often discomforting, truth.
I love that little excerpt at the end. If you guys want to know my thoughts on that, I think I talked like almost more than 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes about dreams and that sequence at the end in my first dream life reaction. So you guys can definitely check that out if you didn't check it out. I won't do that again now. I'm not going to put you guys through that again. But you know what's funny? I noticed this time, at the end of this, he's kind of saying bye to his homies and like leaving with the girl. They're like, oh yeah, go do your thing. But in the next one, Two's on a cigarette. They're all at the house, after party or whatever together. So it's funny. I just noticed that. Okay.
We see things that never see. Smoking, drinking, watching TV. No, I don't want no more life. I just want right now.
Light of the moon caught her face, made a silhouette. She asked for twos on a freshly rolled cigarette. None to lose, she was smooth with her intellect. I know you're here with your friends, let me intercept. Maybe then we can get off our faces. Trade numbers, trade hearts, trade places. Make waves in these concrete spaces. Wake up in the morning naked.
I like that. Make waves in these concrete spaces. It seems like a simple, line, but it's dope because concrete is hard and you would typically think of it as immovable, and waves are literally movement. So it's just like a really kind of cool line in the concept of like a love story or whatever, or maybe this is a lust story. I don't know, whatever.
Waves in these concrete spaces. Wake up in the morning naked.
Okay, I don't know if this is like a me being weird thing, but like, I don't know. I feel like I have to. You see what I'm doing? I feel uncomfortable just thinking about it. I have to wear clothes when I'm sleeping. That's just, I don't know why. It's just, even if it's just underwear, like sometimes just underwear, but I just feel like I can't go with nothing. Like.
Standing alone on this London street. Look at my phone and it's been 2 weeks. Kinda convenient, I feel no pain. When I'm on the bugle, a trunk hard chain. So that's where it all went wrong. Now sing me me our favorite song. Take a trip, got the feeling in my head that things will go wrong. Now switch that Z.
You know, as time has gone on, I really have I liked it right away when I first heard it, but I really love his delivery and his sound. It's grown on me even more than, you know, how much I liked it on the first impression. And I said this last time, this girl right here, she does not look okay. You know, like somebody needs to check on her.
Tuesday and then I'm butt dealing Wednesday. First day off, flip that to Friday. It's magical me vibing, magical me vibing, magical me.
These guys are still partying up here.
The light of the moon filled the room, I was into it. It made me wanna get a little bit intimate. I'm pretty sure that my boys will get wind of it, cause I've been dodging all my texts quite deliberate, so that we can get a little bit more time. You refine like wine, looking so fine. Got my heart rate moving on an incline. Think I don't wanna sleep till the sun shines.
That's another thing too, man. I think when you get, you know, like these are really romantic, you know, things to say and ideas, but I just think that the stage of life that I'm in, it's almost like I can think back fondly to a time where that might be true. But right now, if we're done doing whatever it is that's going on, I need to sleep like 5 minutes ago.
Think I don't wanna sleep till the sun shines.
Smoking, drinking, watching TV. No, I don't want no more life. I just wasting things I never see. Smoking, drinking, watching TV. No, I don't want no more life. I just want right now. I just want right now.
I like that song a lot too. Oh man, they're all good, guys. We're up on the last song, Pink Heineken. By the way, I just wanted to mention real fast because we've been talking about this on the Ren reactions for a while. How watching him perform and play the guitar kind of made me feel like I want to try to pick up an instrument again, because I started learning, you know, some, like they make you try some in school. So at one point I was learning the guitar in school and then kind of stopped. And then at some point when I was a little older, I was kind of going like the self-taught route, teaching myself how to play the piano, using some books and using some videos, but it was mostly books at that time. And then, you know, I didn't follow through. And so like as I'm getting older, it is one of the regrets. I try to like not feel, you know, like I have a ton of regrets, because I always try to tell myself that like if I learn from the experience and something positive came out of it, then I don't want to see it as a regret. But one of the things that I do think I regret is not following through on learning instruments, how to play instruments. And then another one would be like foreign languages, because I only speak two and I would love to be able to speak more than that. So I'm learning some right now, but yeah. So all of that to say, I have ordered the guitar. I just kind of found like this, you know, pretty cheap one And I mean, I don't know how much guitars cost typically, but obviously I'm sure they can get very expensive. But in the reviews, it had a 4.2, or maybe it was 4.1, I don't know, which is okay. It's above 4 stars, like, and a few of the comments said good for beginners in the reviews. So I was like, hey, that's me. All right, let's do it. So hopefully they'll come today or tomorrow, and then we're going to be starting another journey. 454, right? Yeah. Pink Heineken, here we go.
Nah, Jack's on the west way. He fucked up his whole estate. You know he's never saying nothing, cause they keep it in his head till the day he died. It's like I know I'm fucked up, but I never change. I've been bad and I'm still deranged. When I come out of the can, I got the fear and the dread. Quarter in the forecourt, not giving head. Now every fucking place I go, every duck cream crack, every watering hole, and then you left me for dead. I was deader than Zed in New Orleans.
Yo, okay. Definitely feel like a much darker note here, which I like.
I go, every duck cream crack, every watering hole, and then you left me for dead. I was deader than Zed in New Orleans. Forget about yesterday. Just hold my gaze and separate. True first, but angels can sing. And blue, green, and pink Heineken.
Who's the female vocal? Comment down below if you guys know. Put me on game.
I'll bolt up the M-way 125 on a slip lane. Cause nothing adds to nothing. When nothing's in your head, I hope the feeling's gone. It's like I'm always
That was crazy.
when nothing's in your head, I hope the feeling on a slip lane. Cause nothing adds to nothing. When nothing's in your head, I hope the feeling's gone. It's like I'm always on top, but I'm never done. Holes in my shit, but it's never sunk. And I don't know how I do it, but I do it in my sleep. Fucked it, I don't think, just blink. But I always bring the soul. Long hair, leather jacket, call it rock and roll. And I don't even mind, cause I ain't got the time to fuck about. Forget about yesterday. Just hold my gaze.
Yo, let me tell you right now, from the amount that I know Ren up to this point, which again, I'm still fairly new, guys. This is the truth. He's gonna kill something like this. The pace of it, the darkness of it. Okay.
Separate. True first, but angels can sing. The blue, green, and pink
I watch the blood run red as an angel's breath brush gentle down my side. I was
Bro, this guy, see, the opening lines that he says, he's talking about watching blood running down. Yeah, okay. Let me just get ready here. Here we go.
I watched the blood run red as an angel's breath brush gentle down my side. I was left cold in my room to die. Clip my wings, now I can't fly. Tears and sorrow fill the spaces hollow. Blind men lead while the wise men.
Okay. I almost wonder if the clipped wings is symbolic of like people losing their innocence. I think a lot of times those things kind of become interchangeable. When you think of angels, you think about purity. but you can also interchange that with like innocence. Um, so perhaps.
Food in my room to die. Clip my wings, now I can't fly. Tears and sorrow fill the spaces hollow. Blind men lead while the wise men follow. Sing for tomorrow, wait for the shade to pass. But the past holds on, but the present goes fast. Won't last. Tick, tick.
Damn, that was fire. So all there's some like lines that we've commonly heard. So the blind leading, and then do you say wise men follow? Is that what you say?
Lead while the wise men follow.
The blind lead while the wise men follow. I mean, there's very direct situations today that we could probably point to with that, but I'm not going to get into it. The next line.
Sing for tomorrow, wait for the shade to pass. But
Sing for tomorrow, wait for the shade to
the
pass.
past holds on, but the present goes fast.
The past holds on while the present goes fast. Yo, that's crazy. Because look, the present goes fast. I think this is a very common shared experience. Especially once you're an adult. I think maybe as kids, sometimes, with school and like whatever else is going on, there are these moments where you feel like that's not the case and you're kind of wanting time to go faster. But when you're an adult, you almost feel like you'll do anything to like slow things down. At least now, like I guess I fondly think of times when my kids are older and maybe some interactions and some daily like tasks and activities might be a little bit easier. But at the same time, I just see how they are now and I just don't want, I'm gonna cry. I don't want I just don't want I don't want this to end too fast. Because, yeah. Anyways, and then the past holds on is crazy because that's also a very common shared experience. Like just experiences that we've had in the past affect us and can literally hold on to you. And so I really love that sequence of lines. I thought that was fantastic.
For the shade to pass, but the past holds on, but the present goes fast. Won't last. Tick, tick, fade away. Time don't mind, don't ever wait for no one but death. Don't cause no rest. When it's said, when it's done, guess I try my best. Yes, yes.
Does that say I really dislike paella?
Don't cause no rest. When it's said, when it's done, guess I try my best. Yes, yes.
Death is the cousin of rest. That's what he's saying, right?
Don't cause no rest. When it's said, when it's done, guess I try my best. Yes, yes. I live like I died today. And if I die today, then I live like I died today. My self-made shallow grave. And when the time comes, I will die with a smile on my face. Forget about yesterday.
I like that a lot. Hold up. So, live like I'll die today. And if I died today, I lived like I would die today. Like live your life to the fullest. Live it to don't wait to do things. I think that those are really great messages. I've talked about how I started this channel. Maybe I'll share that story at the end in case I didn't share it with you guys previously. I just can't remember which artists' reactions I've shared that story on. But then he said something about.
On my face, shallow grave. Today, then I live like I died today. My self-made shallow grave. And when the time comes, I will die with a smile on my face.
When the time comes, I'll die with a smile on my face. But my self-made shallow grave. And I wonder if there's a potential to connect. Like I think there's this when you're living your life to the fullest. You almost don't have like the preparations in terms of, I don't know if I'm kind of stretching here, but I'll go ahead and stretch. Shallow grave, like you don't have the time to dig like a proper grave because you weren't spending your time thinking and planning for your death. You were just spending your time living in the present and pursuing what you wanted to pursue and chasing after it. So, I don't know if that's, I don't know if I'm stretching there. I might be, but that was a fantastic verse. And I knew that's what I was telling you guys at the beginning. The pacing and the darkness. And I knew Ren was gonna murder this.
When the time comes, I will die with a smile on my face.
Forget about yesterday. Just hold my gaze and separate. Truth hurts, but angels can see. In blue, green, and pink Heineken.
Wow. Great job, guys. Ren, Skinner Brothers, 6 Soul, 6 tracks. Yeah, you got 6 tracks on 6 Soul. I mean, what are y'all trying to do here? Just, that was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that. I know we had to wait a long time for me to get here, for those of you who've been following my reactions to this. But, oh man, I kind of feel like Control Alt Delete just got dethroned. Like, that song is so fun, but this song is me. This is my vibes. This is where I want to exist in listening to music is right here. This whole thing about Pink Heineken, like, this was fire. Let me know what you guys think, because like that was really great. And I love how you start the track you start this project with a bang on So the Story Goes, and you kind of are staying like quite up tempo and like upbeat through the beginning, and kind of around Dream Life you still are getting a lot of those kind of like dance beat vibes in there, because it's they're in the club and whatever, but you start getting some dark vibes coming in, and then you go twos on a cigarette, and you kind of have like this love interest thing going on. But again, I kind of felt like there was a little bit of darkness in there as comparatively to like the beginning of the project. And then you get to Pink Heineken, and I feel like we're like in the darkness here. You know what I mean? And I wonder if there can be like commentary made on this, because you also in this scheme, if we're following the timeline, we're talking about a day of activity starting in the morning. You go to late morning, you go to afternoon, you're going out at night clubbing, you go to the after party at the house or after hangout at the house, and then you're literally at almost like 5 a.m. by the end driving around after all this stuff is done. And I wonder if you tried to maybe make like a more macro analysis of these tracks, maybe you can like put some greater meaning to the message. But this is where art kind of can get so I was gonna say, I don't know, controversial is not the right thing, but maybe it is in a way controversial, because you know am I reading too much into it? Am I reading not enough into it? How far from intention is my perception now going? Because we know those two things aren't the same. An artist can intend to do one thing, but the perception it could be a wide range of things. And sometimes those perceptions are connected, and sometimes those perceptions are completely different. And maybe something the artist never even fathomed would be a perception of their art. So this is the thing about art, right? That can be challenging. But I wonder if there is kind of like a macro analysis that could be made on this whole thing, because you because of the way it ended, you know, um, it's almost like you have such a full day, and Pink Heineken talking about kind of like seizing the day and living to the fullest and living like today's your last day and you're gonna die tomorrow, whatever. And that's kind of what this day felt like. It was so jam packed of stuff. But at the end, kind of ending on that kind of darker, more somber note is almost this knowingness of like this knowledge of like, even though I'm living my life to the fullest as though I'm going to die tomorrow, the reality is I am going to die at some point. Right. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably blathering. I don't know, whatever term, blabbering on too much. Going too far. Ren, you know, Zach, I think is Zach. I hope I got your name right. If you guys happen to see this, you know, if I'm even remotely onto something, you know, I hope. But I thought this was fantastic. Great job, guys. If you guys are still here, I greatly appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.